Have you ever wondered what happens when Hollywood friendships are placed on the spotlight? When private words escape into the public space, the entire world starts watching and judging the glamorous world of celebrities. Every bond is a headline, every smile is a statement, and every silence is a story. Today we dive into one of the most surprising revelations that has left fans of both Taylor Swift and Blake Lively in shock. A revelation not from gossip sites, but from Taylor's own publicist. The world of fame is built on carefully crafted images and strategic words. So when a publicist steps forward with a statement, people listen, because they know it is not just about friendship, it is about reputation, career, and legacy. In this documentary, we will explore the friendship between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively, the role of publicists in shaping celebrity narratives, and the ripple effects of one revelation that changed the way fans see this bond. We will also look at how social media magnified every whisper, how the entertainment industry responded, and what this could mean for the future of both stars. So stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind the headline. Taylor Swift publicist exposes Blake Lively in shocking revelation. Every powerful friendship has a beginning, and in the world of Hollywood, it often starts with admiration, connections, and shared experiences. Blake Lively, already a household name thanks to her breakout role in Gossip Girl, was admired for her charm and elegance. Taylor Swift, on the other hand, had carved out her empire in music, moving from country roots to becoming one of the biggest pop icons in the world. Their paths eventually crossed not only through industry events, but also through shared circles of friends. What made their bond fascinating was the way they balanced two very different worlds. Taylor was known for her songwriting, for her ability to turn emotions into chart-topping hits, and for her passionate fan base. Blake was known for her acting talent, her poise on red carpets, and her reputation as one of the most stylish figures in Hollywood. When they were first spotted together, fans were thrilled. It felt like two worlds had collided, music and film uniting through a genuine friendship. Over the years, the public witnessed many moments that solidified this bond. Blake attended Taylor's famous 4th of July parties that became legendary on social media. Taylor included Blake's family in her inner circle, even featuring the name of Blake's daughter in her music. These were not just casual gestures, they were signs of a friendship that went beyond publicity. Fans celebrated this connection with enthusiasm, calling it wholesome and authentic. But as with every celebrity friendship, the spotlight was always there. The media loved to capture their appearances and analyze their gestures. Every time Blake liked a Taylor-related post online, it became news. Every time Taylor mentioned Blake or her family in a subtle way, fans interpreted it as a sign of loyalty and closeness. Yet behind the smiles and the photographs, no one really knew the full story. That is, until the day Taylor's publicist stepped into the conversation. In the world of entertainment, a publicist is more than just a spokesperson. They are the guardians of image, the architect of narrative, and the bridge between celebrities and the public. For Taylor Swift, her publicist has always played a central role in shaping how the world perceives her. Taylor is one of the most carefully managed artists in music, and every word that comes from her team is weighed with precision. So when her publicist makes a revelation about someone as close as Blake Lively, it is not taken lightly. Fans know that a publicist is not simply gossiping. Publicists do not work in speculation, they speak with intention. And every sentence they release is meant to serve a purpose. To understand the weight of this revelation, we must step back and ask why Taylor's team would ever allow such words to surface. Celebrities often choose silence in the face of rumors. They know silence can protect them, yet when the silence breaks, it suggests there is more beneath the surface. A publicist is tasked with protecting their client's reputation. They are skilled at handling crises, managing scandals, and ensuring that their client's image remains untarnished. But they also know when to go on the offensive. Sometimes the best defense is a carefully crafted truth. Sometimes it is a message meant not only for fans, but for the industry as a whole. When it comes to Taylor Swift, her career has been built on authenticity, or at least the promise of it. Taylor has written songs that bear her soul. She has fought for her music rights. She has stood firm against critics. This makes her fans expect honesty from her, and by extension from her publicist. If her publicist reveals something about Blake Lively, it is not just a statement, it becomes a declaration that fans treat as undeniable fact. The ripple effect of such words cannot be underestimated. Media outlets seize the quote, social networks amplify it, fans dissect it in threads and videos. The entertainment cycle spins around it again and again until the revelation takes on a life of its own. That is why this moment matters, because in a sea of gossip columns and online speculation, this came from a voice that represents Taylor Swift directly, a voice that rarely speaks without reason. For Blake Lively, this shift was significant, being mentioned in a revelation by Taylor's publicist meant her name was suddenly tied to headlines she never authored. It meant that fans of both stars were suddenly revisiting years of interactions and searching for hidden meaning. The world was no longer looking at their friendship through the lens of admiration alone. Instead, people began to ask questions. What was real, what was performance, and what exactly was the shocking truth that caused this wave. When the words of Taylor Swift's publicist surfaced, they spread like wildfire across entertainment media and fan communities. It was not just another celebrity rumor. It was a direct acknowledgement from someone inside Taylor's trusted circle. The statement hinted at tension behind the scenes, suggesting that the seemingly unshakable friendship between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively may not have been as flawless as the world believed. The revelation was carefully worded, but powerful. It pointed to moments of strain, to differences in priorities, and to reality that even the strongest Hollywood bonds are not immune to cracks. What made this so shocking was the fact that Taylor and Blake had long been considered one of the most genuine celebrity duos. Fans saw them as proof that true friendship could exist in a world driven by publicity deals and paparazzi cameras. Almost instantly, the revelation ignited a storm online. Social media became the arena where every fan, every critic, and every casual observer shared their thoughts. Hashtags began trending. Within hours, some fans defended Taylor, arguing that her publicist would never reveal something without cause. Others rushed to support Blake, suggesting that she was being unfairly portrayed. The media took this even further. Every entertainment outlet, from magazines to digital blogs, began dissecting the statement. They revisited old interviews, searching for clues. They reanalyzed red carpet appearances, looking for body language that might hint at underlying tension. They replayed past social media posts from both women, as if each caption held a hidden code for fans of Taylor Swift. The revelation was both painful and fascinating. They were used to seeing Taylor share her life through music, but this was different. It was not a song lyric open to interpretation. It was a publicist's voice, which felt closer to official truth. For Blake's fans, the moment was frustrating. They admired her for her elegance and privacy, and felt she was being dragged into unnecessary drama. The power of this revelation did not only lie in what was said, but in what was left unsaid. The gaps in the statement created a space for speculation, a space that fans and media filled with endless theories. Some suggested jealousy, others pointed professional differences. A few even wondered if personal betrayals had occurred. The truth may have been simple, yet the absence of clarity allowed the story to grow larger than life. This chapter of their friendship marked a turning point. Before this revelation, Taylor and Blake were celebrated for their unity. After it, they became symbols of how fragile even the strongest bonds can appear under the relentless pressure of fame. Whether or not the statement revealed the full truth was less important than the fact that it changed public perception forever. And in Hollywood, perception often matters just as much as reality. Friendship is a sacred bond in ordinary life, but in Hollywood it becomes something else entirely. It becomes a headline, a brand, and sometimes even a bargaining chip. For celebrities, friendships are not just about companionship. They are about public image, about how fans perceive their authenticity, and about how the industry positions them. The friendship between Taylor Swift and Blake Lively was once celebrated as a rare example of purity in the entertainment world. But the revelation from Taylor's publicist reminded everyone of a deeper truth. Celebrity friendships often carry heavy expectations, and those expectations can quickly turn into pressure. History shows us that many friendships in Hollywood have been tested under the glare of constant attention. Consider the widely reported split between Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie during the height of their fame, or the well-known falling out between Katy Perry and Taylor Swift, which dominated headlines for years. Each of these friendships became a story that the public consumed and dissected, turning private emotions into public entertainment. The cycle is always the same. Two stars are seen together. Their bond is celebrated. Fans declare them icons of friendship. Then something changes. Maybe a simple disagreement or a career decision that shifts priorities. Suddenly silence between them becomes suspicious. A missed birthday wish online becomes breaking news. Paparazzi photos that show distance instead of closeness spark speculation, and soon the friendship becomes a narrative of betrayal or rivalry. For Blake and Taylor, this pattern unfolded just as it had for others. The publicist revelation gave fuel to a narrative that people were eager to build, because in Hollywood, friendships are rarely allowed to exist in private. The world insists on watching, and the industry thrives on selling those stories. What makes the spotlight so intense is that fans often project their own emotions onto these bonds. When they see Taylor and Blake laughing together, it reassures them that genuine friendship can survive in a world of fame. When they hear about conflict, it unsettles them, because it challenges the idea of stability in a space that already feels artificial. The media also has its role to play. Outlets know that stories of friendship and conflict attract clicks and views. A smiling photograph of Taylor and Blake at an event may make the rounds, but a headline about tension or betrayal will dominate the news cycle. The demand for drama ensures that even the smallest cracks are magnified until they look like deep fractures. And yet there's another layer. Hollywood friendships are not only emotional, they are strategic. Being linked with a right friend can strengthen a career, it can broaden an audience, or create powerful alliances in the industry. That means when things shift, it can have consequences beyond personal feelings. It can shape casting decisions, publicity campaigns, and even brand deals. In this way, the revelation about Taylor and Blake was not just about two women. In their bond, it was about the entire system of celebrity culture, a reminder that under the spotlight, nothing is ever entirely private and no relationship, no matter how genuine, is safe from becoming entertainment for the masses in. The glamorous world of celebrities, every word spoken in public carries weight, but when that word comes from a publicist, it carries both opportunity